Hello, folks. Welcome to Mouse Cheers.
Cheers. John, how you doing today?
I'm well.
Good. Nice polo. Nice polo.
Thank you. Nice polo. Nice polo.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just getting ready for my trip.
It's coming
Packing, gonna get a haircut before I go.
Tell me a little bit of what the plans are. I don't know anything about this trip.
Yeah, so this was like kind of an impromptu trip, and here's why. Because we were in Disney World in September when Hurricane
Andrew.
it wasn't.
That's what I'm calling it.
Oh, nice. Was it Ian?
Pretty sure it was Andrew.
I forget the name. I think it might have been Ian. I don't know. Let's call it Andrew. Where we were at Old Key West Resort. We were booked there. We ended up going to Disney a little earlier, so we popped on some days at, I think it was All-Star Music. So we were at All-Star Music for a few days, and then we moved to our resort, Old Key West. We stayed there one night, and then we had to drive back early because the hurricane was coming. So,
Oh, that's rough.
yeah, it sucked. We're DVC members though, so we called on our way home, and they were able to bank our points into the next year, even though it was like technically too late to do so. I'm like, hey, it was a hurricane. What do we do? They banked it over, so now we had like an excess of points for this year. So we're like, okay, let's go in February. Why not? Like we can now because we have these points and we can use next year's points. So we booked Saratoga Springs. We're going to Saratoga Springs.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to Saratoga Springs.
There we go.
Yeah, and there was a park day that we didn't use, so that rolled over. So usually we're annual pass, but we didn't. During COVID, we did not re-up, and now annual pass is like not on sale anymore, so it's like really bothering us. But hopefully it comes on sale soon because I think Disneyland just reopened the annual pass. I really hope, because if you buy your tickets when you're there, or like after a certain amount of time, you can use the money you purchase those tickets towards the annual pass. So anyway, I'm hoping for that. Blah blah blah.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy Saratoga Springs.
Thank you. Dude, I'm already relaxed just thinking about it. Like, hopefully we're just like a little walk away from Disney Springs. I'm going to ask for an upgrade.
Do it.
Yeah.
Where I was,
Yeah.
5-minute walk, if that,
Ooh,
to Disney Springs.
so cool.
I was there every night.
Dude,
every night I was there.
Isn't that just the best?
It's the best. It's the best. You haven't been in a situation like this, right?
No.
If you
Well,
want, because
we would boat to Disney Springs from Port Orleans Riverside.
not the same.
Not the
though.
same.
Not the same. Because let me tell you, if you're in the hotel room, it's later, 9:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
You get a hunger on. Well,
Yeah.
you're not gonna boat to D Springs.
No, you're not.
Take a 5-minute walk really quick.
Amazing. Yeah.
You know,
Seriously.
it was awesome,
Dude.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Honestly, looking back at it, it had a great time.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah. I'm relaxed just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about it. And I also just love, like, I feel safer at Disney Springs because they really crack down on the security getting into Disney Springs, which never used to be the case.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, not only is it like pleasant being there, I feel safe there, like I was in one of the parks.
Oh yeah.
So, and that's important for me. So, one of the park days is already paid for. We put that up. My son is getting his first haircut at the Harmony Barbershop this trip, so that's happening. We got Crystal Palace booked because Winnie the Pooh characters are actually back this time because they weren't last time. So Winnie the Pooh characters are there. We're booked at Space 220, which is a big deal. It's hard to get that. And we are booked at. You know what's funny? We're booked at. We're booked at Ale and Compass, which is my favorite quick meal spot Did I have that as my number one? No. Hopefully I'm not.
Roll
a
back
hypocrite.
the tapes.
Hopefully I'm not
you
being a hypocrite.
hypocrite.
Oh, as Casey's is my favorite. But like in terms of like brunch spot, Ale and Compass is my favorite. So we're booked there, and we're booked at Rainforest Cafe at Disney Springs. It's because I don't think I've eaten there. I think I've eaten at the Rainforest Cafe at Animal Kingdom, or maybe not. I don't know. But Sebastian is at an age where I think like he'll enjoy that, and T-Rex might be a little too intense for him.
Right.
And God knows we're staying away from Planet Hollywood. So Rainforest Cafe. So we have some upscale stuff. We're eating at Morimoto Asia.
Oh.
Yep. So I mean, there's a real range of stuff here,
Right.
and
right.
I'm pretty psyched about it.
Yeah. A good
that's-
selection of things. What are you most excited for?
I'm most excited for Space 220 because there's some really good looking things on the menu there. Other than that, I'm excited to go back to Ale and Compass. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things
Mm-hmm.
about. Let me start over. One thing that I like about. Let me start over again.
He's like, one of my favorite things. Let me start over. One of the things I like. Let me start over. You know what I hate?
When I'm not in Disney.
Yeah, I hate that too.
And respect.
Yeah.
But when I'm not in Disney and I leave the house or whatever, nighttime, summer, around the summertime,
Yeah.
and it's like a hot night, I feel like I'm in Disney, like walking to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
And even though it's sad that I'm not, I like the feeling.
Isn't that so cool? Is like the sensory enjoyment of the entire vacation. You can relate it to, when you're like, it's almost like your happy place.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
like when it's warm out, or when you're walking at night. You remember, you associate the sensory stuff, and
Yeah,
it's your
yeah.
happy place.
Absolutely. And specifically at night because, yeah, it's hot during the day. Yeah.
Right.
But it's not always, it's a known thing, at least
When I'm
for
walking,
us.
when I'm walking during the day, I'm like pissed off. I'm like, I could be walking to Space Mountain right now, but I'm not.
Right.
I'm
Yeah, you got it. You got
Yeah.
it. But generally speaking, it gets cooler in the night. And then when it doesn't,
Right.
it's kind of like I'm in Florida because it's kind of hot all the time in Florida.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like I'm walking to like to Disney Springs, or
Yeah.
if I'm going to see a nighttime show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I love that feeling.
One of the you never saw Cirque du Soleil at Disney Springs, right?
No,
That was a good time. But I saw Cirque du Soleil La Nuba, which is no longer there, but now it's like this animation thing. I don't know. It's still Cirque du Soleil. I would go. I mean, that's a good night out. That's a good little nighttime capper at Disney Springs. Did I talk about it at all?
I don't know anything about it. So if you did,
Do you know what Cirque du Soleil is?
Well, I know what it is, but honestly, I probably stayed away from it because it's just Cirque du Soleil. Like, is it Disney themed at all?
Well, it is now. It's all about like animation now and stuff. So La Nuba was one that was specific to Disney Springs. That one closed down, and they made a new one with Disney, and now it's like Disney inspired, like animation inspired Cirque du Soleil, which I have not seen yet. I saw La Nuba, but it's wild. I mean, and by the way, going out for a night to Cirque du Soleil is a fun night out anyway. Something that you'd want to do. So you're in Disney, you do it.
Right.
So it's a fun thing to do in Disney, just like, a Disney movie opens in the AMC theater in Disney Springs. You know what? I'm in Disney. I'm on vacation. I'm going to go see this movie,
Right.
So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I just got a good idea.
What we got?
Well, okay, I'm sorry to bring up Avatar again, but Ariel has not seen it. I want her to see it in the movie. So we have the baby, so it's hard. It's impossible, really. But the AMC theater, maybe she could see it like one night or something. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Anyway,
Thinking out loud. You heard it first here on the podcast.
yeah. So anyway, it's like that. So now it is a Disney inspired show. So if you ever want to do something fun to cap the night off at Disney Springs, buy a ticket for that, and it's actually quite enjoyable.
Noted.
It's wild stuff. One guy,
I believe it.
One guy like comes out, he's like juggling, and he like drops it. I'm like, dude, you have some other stuff to do later. That's gonna be way harder than juggling.
Oh yeah.
Get on your game.
Get on your game.
Yeah. So
We're not talking mere small mistakes.
no, this
now.
guy is on a
is-
platform, on a rolling thing, on like 2 platforms on top of that, like, doing the thing, and it's like getting close. I'm like, are we gonna witness somebody die?
At a minimum,
Yeah.
paralyzed for life.
At a minimum, yeah. So,
But noted.
yeah. If I lived in a small town where every night they did like a fireworks show or just like this nightcap for the town, that'd be a nice little town to be in. Like celebration.
It's right.
Yeah.
Right. It's yeah. I hear where you're coming from. It's nice. What's your favorite fireworks show, either currently or in
Otherwise.
years past?
So, I suppose what are we talking? You're talking fireworks show. Show with fireworks in it, or strictly a fireworks show?
Show with fireworks in it, I'll accept.
Hands down, Fantasmic.
Right. Okay.
He's like, now I take it back. Fireworks show, John.
I just wasn't expecting you to say that, but okay.
Now that I've said it,
Right on.
Are you surprised that I said it?
Yes.
You're surprised that I've said Fantasmic is my favorite thing in Disney, period.
You have.
Yeah. You should not have been surprised.
You're right.
Yeah.
That one's on me.
No, it's all good.
Okay. Couple things come to mind first.
Yeah.
I love Wishes, but is it my favorite fireworks show?
Yeah.
So I guess my question is fireworks.
Okay. I think Wishes would be my favorite fireworks show for sure.
When it comes to feel, yeah, Wishes,
Yeah.
because Wishes was my favorite thing in all Disney.
Yeah.
It was my Fantasmic, really.
Yeah.
When it comes to fireworks, though,
Mm-hmm.
strictly fireworks, that Star Wars fireworks show in Hollywood
yeah.
Studios,
That's wild stuff.
I remember being blown away.
Yeah, because they bring on the fire.
They bring on the fire.
That's crazy
they
stuff.
bring on the fire. This is okay, and not a Star Wars fan myself,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
No.
This is a show where fireworks are going off left and right, literally all around you. You're getting a show on the Tower of Terror. You're getting shows on the monitors, whatever you call them, the
Yeah.
screens on the side. You're getting, has to be 20 feet of just a line of fire.
I know. Crazy.
In the background.
Like,
that
I remember, yeah.
is so hot.
Yeah.
Even for how far away it is,
Yeah.
you feel the heat
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. Remember when Indiana Jones, the fire, in the Indiana Jones stunt show, the fire makes you hot. Kind of like that.
And yet it's further away.
Yeah. I know.
How hot is that fire?
Pretty hot, I'm sure. So let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you don't like the IP that is going on, because like I don't love Hocus Pocus, but the Hocus Pocus stage show is phenomenal,
Oh boy, is it
right?
phenomenal. Let me
but,
tell you.
And I know that we both don't love Hocus Pocus.
Oh, I'm not a Hocus Pocus guy.
Yeah, but so it doesn't even matter the IP. It's actually very. I mean, Disney does its own thing. So at the Halloween party, Mickey's Not So Scary, they did the Hocus Pocus show. They still do, yes.
Oh yeah.
And then Happy Hollow Wishes, which I think has changed now,
Yeah.
because I'm like, Happy Hollow Wishes. You guys are just making me sad
Yeah.
that Wishes isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
So
Let's talk about Mickey's Not So Scary for a moment. Let's talk about Hocus
Yeah.
Pocus. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the first time I saw it.
yeah,
I was sick as a dog.
of course you were.
I
Of
was.
course.
I remember
Why?
that trip. I was popping ibuprofen like it was
Really?
my job.
Was it with me?
It was. I
You were
made
sick?
you sick.
Oh yeah. Wasn't I in bed for a day or something?
You-
We
so-
went to Ohana that night.
yeah.
I
So
forgot about that.
it was the guys' trip, and Paul and Josh shared a bed. Me and you shared a bed.
No,
Yeah.
that wasn't me, you, and Ariel.
No.
Oh, because when it was me, you, and Ariel, there was a day that I was sick, right? In
Right.
bed. Then we went to Ohana.
So that's the day you're thinking about.
Yeah.
I did meet you, and then you did get sick with me.
Apparently, I get sick a lot.
Yeah. Well, the story was, and tell me if you remember, but this is what you told me.
Yeah.
So there were two beds. Paul and Josh were in one bed. Me and you were in the other. I was sick as a dog from day one, and I didn't get better until we got back.
That sucks.
It did suck.
Yeah.
So I guess while I was sleeping, you know, if you're laying there and I'm laying here, I was
Yeah.
sort of laying like this, and I flipped over, and then I coughed right in your face.
I don't remember that. That's funny.
Oh, honestly, that's what you told me. The next day, you're like, you turned over and you coughed in my face, and I woke up with a pillow divider between us.
I forgot about that.
Oh, it was so funny. I would have done it if I was awake too. Oh boy, let me tell you.
That's so damn
Oh,
funny.
if I could turn back time, I still would have done it. Oh.
So you were sick as a dog.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So- anyway, sick as a dog.
Hmm.
I remember even sitting down on the ground. I wasn't even watching because I was like, I just want to go back to bed. And it wasn't until did we see it again? No, we didn't. We didn't go to Mickey's Not So Scary twice.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the next time that I saw it that I actually watched and appreciated. Love it, by the way.
Yeah.
Not only does it incorporate the villains nicely, I think we might have talked about this on the podcast
it does
before.
incorporate-
Incorporates the villains nicely. I think Paul brought it up when he was like what's the stage show in the morning with Mickey Mouse, and then he calls his friends in and whatnot.
Oh, I don't know. I think at the Castle show.
Yeah, the castle show. You get all these Disney characters on stage, but it's kind of like, I don't know. Oh, let's invite all my friends over. Ha ha. You know, and then
Right.
yeah, and then everyone comes out. But this is, I don't know. There's a storyline
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah, it's better done. It's more thoughtfully
it's
written.
yeah, you got it. And then when they come out, it's not
Yeah.
just like, so in the castle show they come out, they sort of like, hey, yeah, oh,
Yeah.
Aladdin, oh, you know.
Right.
No, they come out and like they sing a little bit of their song and
Put a spell on you.
put a spell on
Yeah.
you. Oogie Boogie comes out, it does the Oogie Boogie song, and then I'm blanking right at this moment, but they sing a little bit of their songs.
Yeah.
The only time really you see Hades.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. And the three witches are an awesome presence on stage.
Awesome presence.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it.
And honestly, there's nothing like, even the build up beforehand is awesome, because you get Boo to You, and then the show.
You're talking the parade Boo to You?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
And
parade.
before the parade, I don't know if it's still happening now, but the Headless Horseman.
I think it is. I think when Paul was there, it was like raining or something.
Oh, So let's talk about just like a great hour
Yeah.
of your night.
Oh yeah, 100%. That alone makes it worth being in there for let alone the trick or treating.
Yeah.
Let alone the trick or treating.
Let alone the trick or treating.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If you're one of these people that gives out applesauce, when the trick or treaters come to your station,
Yeah.
you should be fired on the spot. No trial.
Fired on the spot, no trial. Even though it's a like a health like it says it on the map, like this is a healthy spot. Like
Some would argue don't go in that line. I would argue have a.
I went in the line because I'm like, oh, I want to hit everything, and I'm like, give me this. I'm like, the hell is this? I didn't know. And I'm like, this is in my bag now. It's big.
It's big, it's bulky. Yeah.
So
Not great. Not great.
not great. So I know it's not technically a nighttime spectacular. I guess it is, like with the Main Street Electrical Parade. You must have good memories of that.
Oh boy, do I.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I miss it every day.
So when I first went to Disney, it was before the Electrical Parade came. It was called Spectro Magic. Have you heard of it?
No.
Spectro Magic was the parade when I first went. So it was Spectro Magic, then Wishes. And I don't remember a ton of Spectro Magic, but I have great memories of like the floats. However, musically, I don't recall because Main Street Electrical Parade is just so catchy. so
Yeah.
I don't remember Spectro Magic's music.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
no.
just wanted to I wanted cheers to Spectro Magic because I'm calling it out.
Cheers to Spectro Magic.
Yeah.
Not easy to say. Not easy
It's
to
not.
say. Oh, I was saying, what did I say today? Oh, no, it was yesterday. Oh, you know what's hard to say that I was trying to say?
What?
And it just wasn't working for a while.
What?
Jeez. Quid pro quo?
Quid pro quo?
Not easy to say.
Oh, I think that's pretty easy.
I struggle. I have to think about it. And then sometimes I start to say it, I have to start over.
Really?
Yeah. Embarrassing.
That is
really.
embarrassing.
It is.
Now it's on camera. So,
Good thing I don't get embarrassed.
boom. So, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about nighttime spectaculars is because something special is happening right now in Epcot. The World Showcase Lagoon, which is such a nice spot to just be and walk around in. When Harmonious arrived, which, by the way, have you seen Harmonious?
No,
Like
no,
on even on YouTube or anything? Or
no, last time I went, it wasn't open yet.
oh, they gave some Hunchback love.
Oh.
Like out there is, I really like Harmonious. I really like the show. There's some water projection and stuff. It is really nice. The problem is the permanent barges.
It's an eyesore.
Absolute eyesore, and
It's
it
an eyesore.
ruins the World Showcase Lagoon.
It does.
Don't know what they were thinking.
Now, what was the Harmonious is not the show before the actual show, right? What was the show before Harmonious?
Like in place until Harmonious opened up.
Yeah, there was like a
Epcot Forever.
oh, that's what it was.
And
Epcot
it was
Forever.
it was nice. It was like a
Yeah.
it felt like a
saw,
filler show.
Right, I
yeah.
saw Epcot Forever.
Yeah, did they have like people riding by with kites, right?
Yeah.
It felt like a filler show, but it sufficed. Harmonious though was very, I think it's very good. But if they could have made it so that the barges came and went every night like the Globe did during Illuminations, that would have been solid. I feel like there would have been something there. But damn, those barges were big.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm convinced either they realized their mistake and they're like, all right, let's pretend it was just for the 50th. Or it legit was just for the 50th. But those barges, man, come on.
Oh yeah.
That like, last time I was in Epcot, I was like, I didn't enjoy myself as much.
Here's the
because of it.
thing. if you're going to go so far for aesthetics
Mm-hmm.
as to, because you can see what Tower of Terror from Epcot,
Mm-hmm.
as to have Tower of Terror blend into the background of what's it blending into, Spain?
Well,
Because remember when you're looking and you can see Tower of Terror in the background, but
yeah. I think
they
it's
made it
Morocco.
Morocco. They made it the same color as like a building in
Yeah.
Morocco or whatever, so
Yeah.
it kind of blends in. If you're gonna go that far,
Right.
do something with these barges
Right?
that are right here.
Right? It's like the Imagineering got a little lazy.
Right.
Again, just like with like Lightyear and all that stuff, like they need to learn and they need to go back to their roots. They need to do it because it's ruining stuff. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of roots, let's talk about a lackluster nighttime spectacular. The Tree of Life show.
Oh, nice segue.
yeah.
I want to come back to Illuminations at some point, but we'll go to Roots.
This won't take long.
Tree, yeah, I mean, it's underwhelming because it's just, at first you're like, this is cool. And then you're like, that wasn't that cool. Like, it was kind of short. When Jungle Book premiered, they had like a Jungle Book thing. Like the live action Jungle Book. Do you remember that?
Of course.
They had like a thing on the tree.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Debatably, my favorite of the live actions, maybe.
Not mine. Cinderella.
Right. Cinderella was good.
Yeah.
I have to think about it more.
Yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk about them.
Yeah. We'll talk live action. Bookmark it.
Bookmark. It's been bookmarked.
There we go. So, sorry, let's jump back to Illuminations.
That didn't take long at all.
I knew it wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it was lackluster. I mean, I don't think it was supposed to be anything crazy because Rivers of Light was supposed to be crazy.
Right.
And Rivers of Light was just kind of like a swing and a miss, in my opinion.
Illuminations, you mean?
Rivers of Light.
Oh, Rivers
In
of Light.
Animal Kingdom. On the river.
Okay.
I love Illuminations.
I was about to say
no.
that's an unpopular opinion.
No. Rivers of Light, which was there for like less than a year, but it was like anticipated, and then it was there and gone because it was kind of a mess, like an afterthought almost. Like it wasn't well thought out.
And with the area you have there,
Dude, they could do something awesome.
they could do something awesome.
Like instead they go Kite Tails, and I think Kite Tails is. Oh, is Kite Tails? Hold on, did I dream that, or are they getting rid of it? Hold on.
I hope so, because let me tell you something. I don't kite. Have you ever kited? Kit? Have you ever kit?
I when I was a kid.
You've kit?
As a kid.
Well, here's the thing. I think I've kit one. I can't even. I think I've kited.
Yeah, Kite Tails is done.
It's done.
It didn't even last a year.
Yeah, it's about time.
The last
honestly.
flight for Disney Kite Tails was September 30th of last year. Come on. What a dumb thing that was. I'm glad we did the Animal Kingdom shows episode. That way I could like throw some shade on Kite Tails.
Right.
What a stupid thing.
I've only flown a kite once in my life. Don't get it.
Yeah, I didn't do good.
It
It was me holding a thing and the kite was on the ground in front of me.
I mean, if you get a running start, I got the kite to go up pretty high, but once you stop running, if it's not a windy day, it just comes right back down.
Can I ask
I can't run that long.
What's the appeal?
I don't know. Because ultimately, let's talk about the best case scenario.
Yeah.
You have a perfectly windy day. You have your kite. It's up in the air.
How long before you get bored out of your face?
Like, what are you doing? You're watching it, right?
Yeah.
You're watching it.
You're watching it, making sure, still up there.
Oh, let's go a little higher.
Yeah.
To release some string, you know?
Yeah, it feels, terrible.
If you're a kite person, Sound off in the comments.
so we can
Prepare to be roasted.
please.
So yeah, no, I say la vie.
C'est la vie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to give small love
Small love.
To the Tower of Terror.
The Christmas one.
The Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, just
Small
small
love.
love.
Small love.
Oh, okay. So while we're here, small love to that. I don't know how long it's one of those like shows that kind of like are on loop, kind of like the Tree of Life thing, but it's better than that.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got for some reason I'm thinking of the elves from what the heck was that? The elves.
The elves.
Yeah, keep talking.
Santa's elves?
Yeah.
Santa's elves? I wasn't expecting you to say yeah. Honestly, I have no idea what you could be talking about. Elves. Disney?
Yeah, it's in the main part on the Chinese theater. Santa's Reindeer is their show, Christmas show, targeted find Santa the Elves movie. It's their night show.
Well, regardless, I think I haven't seen this show because I have no idea what you're talking about. So they go all out with the Santa business in Disney World then, huh? Yeah, because Santa's a part of one of the parades in Magic Kingdom. Like, it ends with Santa on its sleigh.
It's the Prep and Landing elves. There was and I'm not a huge fan of it.
You prepping?
I never saw the movie, but Prep and Landing, the elves. There was a show on the Chinese theater. It was like a fireworks show, kind of like the Star Wars show. So I think it was a limited thing, obviously during Christmas. It was okay. It was okay. Like, I like anything better. I like what's the one that was like an homage to the movies on the Hollywood Theater, and you see like scenes from different movies all over with the fireworks. Do you remember what that was called? I want to say One Man's Dream, but it was not. But it was like that is my favorite projection show, I feel, at Hollywood Studios. Now I need to know what that one's called.
Well, now we need to know. It definitely isn't One Man's Dream. That's for sure. I think I haven't seen that one either, because I gotta tell you, it's not ringing any bells.
Really?
And if I have, it wasn't memorable. I didn't see it.
I think it's called The Wonderful World of Animation. Hold on.
There we go.
No, it's called Disney Movie Magic Projection Show.
I think, and you've seen this?
Oh yeah,
and did you like it?
I love it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite projection show. Now we had so in terms of projection shows, you got the one on Tower of Terror, which is like, I think it's Pixar related, Christmas Pixar, I believe. That Prep and Landing one, the Movie Magic one, which is my favorite. It's basically like the Great Movie Ride ending, like where you see all these scenes, but there's fireworks and like a lot of, it's Disney heavy as well, obviously. Really awesome, like really good. Trust me. But then you got like other projection shows like the Tree of Life now, but
yeah,
Celebrate the Magic, which actually was phenomenal. Celebrate the Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one?
No.
The Castle projection show before Wishes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I missed that. That and the Movie Magic one in Hollywood Studios are my favorite. Until Celebrate the Magic got canceled, and then it became Once Upon a Time, starring Mrs. Potts as the narrator, and she's telling the story about like, once upon a time, and she's telling the true story about how Belle met the Beast, and then they fell in love, and then we all became human. But you're a teapot right now telling the story. Makes no sense. I don't like it. Come on, think.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a few things about Beauty and the Beast in the world of Disney that I don't love.
Yeah.
They done messed that up pretty bad. And it's in my top 5 favorite Disney movies.
Yeah.
Easily.
Not mine.
I know, it's strange. But
We got to rank them all.
we do.
Oh, we said that, yeah?
Yeah.
We got to rank them all.
Yeah. And we will. And honestly, I think I got a fair idea of where everything lands.
Yeah.
Even the ones I haven't seen, I have a fair idea where they would rank.
There's there's like this Excel thing. I don't know if it's Excel, but you ever see like those YouTube videos where it's like A category, B, C, D, E,
Yeah.
and you can like click and drag the picture?
Yeah.
How do we get in touch with one of those?
It's we call up Joe, get him on the podcast.
Okay, we'll call it Joe. Yeah, because even if you don't know what your list is, you'll be like, oh, this movie, I love this movie. It's in this category. Oh, this one. Oh, I actually love it more than that. So it's there. And then by the time you're done, you have your list.
Right.
So we got to do it. We got to do that, and then we got to rendezvous back here.
Yeah. I can tell you that is going to be a doozy of an episode.
It's going to be a long
It's going
episode.
to be long. So then we have to ask ourselves, it'll probably be a 2-parter, actually.
Yeah, we could split it.
I was gonna say, all right, are people just gonna get hella content, or is it gonna be a 2-parter?
Probably a 2-parter.
Right.
Or
That makes sense because it will do 50 and then 50. Makes sense.
There's 60 now, man.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. There's 61 now with Strange World. You got to watch them all.
So then we'll. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so
It's one. We'll get to it, but you got to watch them all. That's only fair. How many are you missing?
A handful. The wartime movies.
None of them you haven't seen.
I saw Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Okay.
But Melody Time, Make My Music, Fun and Fancy Free,
I mean, short
Saludos
enough.
Amigos.
Yeah, short enough. Just watch them.
Yeah. I haven't seen Strange Things.
Strange World. Strange World.
Oh, right. Stranger Things is that TV show, right?
Yeah.
Haven't
Strange
seen that
World is not bad. Like you'll enjoy yourself enough watching it. So it's not a bad watch.
Right.
Yeah.
Aristocats and Oliver and Company. Home on the Range. So I haven't seen them, but I have a good idea where where they fall.
Okay.
Also, there's a newer one I'm missing.
Dude, see Oliver and Company just for that villain death.
Oh yeah, no. And I've been on the Disney kick lately. I texted you the other day. I watched most of the Renaissance in one day. Great day.
You did Hercules. You started with Hercules, right?
Yeah.
Then you went to Aladdin.
Yeah.
Then you watched Tarzan.
Yeah.
Then you watched The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch anything after? Sword in the Stone.
Then I watched Sword in the Stone. Then I watched Emperor's New Groove.
Damn.
And this went into the next day. So I stopped at, what was the last one? Well, whatever. The next day I watched Emperor's New Groove. So I stopped at Sword in the Stone. That's what it was. And then the next day I watched
Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove. And then Mulan.
Got it.
That's what it was.
Wow.
So I had a rather Disney couple days.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Great time.
I was jealous.
Yeah, great time.
Yeah.
And
All of which you had seen before.
all of which I had seen before, but every time I played a new one, because I wasn't like, after this I'll watch this.
Right.
No. I was
You
just
just were
like,
feeling the night.
yeah. Scroll through Disney Plus, and when I see something, play. Don't even think twice about it.
Fair enough.
And it did cross my mind. I was like, honestly, if I see like Oliver and Company, I'm gonna play it. It's just I saw something before Oliver and Company,
Right.
or whatever.
Oliver and Company is pretty good. It's Oliver Twist,
Yeah.
Aristocats is fine. It's good. It's not very memorable, but it's a good time while you're watching it. You haven't seen Robin Hood either. That's surprisingly pretty good. just get past the Oodalali song.
Which is at the beginning, if I'm correct.
It is at the beginning. I think it's like throughout the damn thing.
Ooh.
I don't know. But a surprisingly intense third act. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, man, we could just talk about those classics.
Oh yeah,
But-
yeah. We can get lost in those.
But yeah, we'll bookmark it for sure.
Bookmark that.
But we gotta, even if there's one that you're not, you're like, oh, I remember that one, but then you rewatch it and you're like, oh yeah, I really liked it, or oh, I don't like this as much as I thought I did. So even I've watched them all, but I have to probably watch some again.
I'll even say
to see where they
this:
fit.
rewatching Tarzan, I liked it more than I thought I did.
Right. See, and it would probably be in a different spot on your list now overall.
Yeah.
So I think that we have to build up to I would say episode 50. Maybe we could do that, but that's
kinda close
that comes fast. Yeah.
Kinda close.
Maybe like our year anniversary, like our episode 52 or something. The year,
Right.
which is only 2 after 50. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Episode 75. We'll do it.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure that we're prepared for it.
Prepared, yeah. But honestly, we want to make sure we're prepared. But it's not going to be like a large undertaking,
Right.
because I can tell you right now, I know my top 7.
Right.
Or whatever. So and I know that's not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
But it's those in betweens that if we're getting nitpicky here,
Yeah.
technically this is better than this because of this or what that'll be a little tricky.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it'll be fun. We'll bookmark that.
Yeah.
Let's I do want to go back a little bit because we mentioned it. We didn't give it its due though. Phantasmic.
Oh yeah.
We mentioned it. We didn't give it its due though.
No, not at all.
So let's talk Phantasmic for a moment here.
So the Disney World and Disneyland Phantasmic are different. Disneyland has a Peter Pan scene in the middle, whereas Disney World has a Pocahontas scene in the middle. And if you know me, if you've listened to the podcast, I love Pocahontas more than a lot of people do. I prefer that. Not that I've seen the Disneyland one on YouTube. Also, I've listened to the soundtrack of it. I just prefer the Pocahontas stuff. I think there's like some Moana stuff now. They when they finally brought it back, and we're gonna see it this trip. So I'll let you know exactly. But there's some new stuff to it. Yeah. It has a perfect. You start with the just Mickey Mouse, and it's all about imagination. And the water comes up, and Mickey's just doing his thing and making the water move like in Fantasia. Then you get some water projections. There's light fireworks here and there. Disney gets swallowed up by the villains of his imagination, and you kind of see all that. There's wonderful music. There's a lot of call-outs to all the Disney villains. And eventually you see the scenes like you see the animals from like The Lion King with Just Can't Wait to Be King music playing.
Mm-hmm.
You see Pocahontas, that whole scene. Mind Me That Gold.
John Smith swinging
Yeah.
from side to side on the mountain.
Really awesome.
One wrong move, thousands of people are in that Coliseum, if you would.
Yeah.
One wrong move, at minimum, paralyze her life.
At minimum, yeah. The Native Americans go by on their canoes. I like that they utilize the water and like boats go by.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love that. Please.
Oh, sorry. You get the snake from Aladdin.
Oh,
You get
what a scene
you
that
get
is.
the witch from Snow White.
Oh,
You get Maleficent turns into the dragon, and then Mickey has to pull the sword out.
oh yeah.
Shoots the sword. His imagination triumphs. The boats come out with the princesses like Ariel and Eric, Belle and the Beast, and Snow White and Prince. And then Finally, freaking Steamboat Willie comes driving this ferry
Boom!
with all these characters going forward. It's just the most magical thing in the world.
Yeah, some characters that you only see in Phantasm.
Yeah. Yes.
That Sorcerer Mickey
Trust
at the
us.
top of the mountain.
Sorcerer. Yeah, dude. Like, amazing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then the huge, the Sorcerer Mickey disappears. Regular Mickey back on stage. Some imagination, huh? And then big old firework. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Feel like a cannon's going off in your face. Like, boom. Like, am I dead? Nah.
Nah.
I've just been blown away.
Blown away
Yeah.
is all. You know, I've only ever seen it once.
Ah.
Yep.
Wow.
There's always a reason for me.
When we went with Josh, it was like raining.
When we went with Josh, it was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time I went and I was not feeling well. I had to leave.
Waiting for episode 100 to tell that full story.
Stick around for episode 100. You'll get the full scoop. I'm actually building myself up to tell the story, so I'll be ready by 100. And then COVID. They weren't doing it.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing it now, good sir. So find your way. Find your way back and go see
you better
it.
believe it
and
will.
enjoy the hell out of it, yeah.
Easy peasy. Easy
yeah.
peasy to find my way back,
No doubt,
honestly.
no doubt.
Honestly.
I know exactly where.
Oh,
Just
boy.
go. We're in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Just go south till you're there.
Honestly, go south till you're there. As far as vacations go,
Yeah.
I don't know how often you've even entertained the idea of vacationing somewhere else.
I mean,
But
I've been to Cancun, and after 3 days, I was ready to come back.
right.
We have weekend getaways. We go to Philly. We'll go to Maine. We'll go to New Hampshire. We'll go around the New England area. We go to New York a lot. We're always ready to come back.
Right.
Philly actually was pretty great.
Yeah.
But we're always ready to come back.
As far as vacationing other places go, Disney actually isn't terribly expensive. I mean, it is. But in the grand scheme of things, like if I want to go to, because I spend a significant amount of time when I go down to Disney, ideally like 7-8 days.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to go to like Yellowstone or whatever for 7-8 days, it's going to be doubled. I guarantee
Is
it.
that true? Yeah.
I've looked.
Really?
I've looked because I've considered it. And
Yeah.
I was like, I can go to Disney twice instead.
Yeah. For our honeymoon, we were thinking about, I forget what it was, like either flying there, and then renting a car and driving all around, like getting Disneyland, driving that West Coast strip, going to Grand Canyon, going here, hit Yellowstone, hit all like we were gonna do crazy stuff, crazy driving. And it was like it was pretty expensive. And then we're like, let's just relax on our honeymoon. And we booked Disneyland Paris at one point, which our buddy Paul from the podcast, from the guest on our podcast, he's in Disneyland Paris right now as we speak.
As we
So
speak.
we got to get him on here to talk about that a little bit. Because when we booked Disneyland Paris, we ended up canceling because they were building things. They were building something like Frozen. They were building Marvel stuff. So we're like, let's go for our 5-year anniversary. This past year was our 4-year anniversary, and I will tell you for sure that we're not going for our 5-year anniversary.
And that's what I
Because
thought.
we're having another baby.
You know what? 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
10-year anniversary.
You heard it first here on the podcast.
Yeah,
Before
she's-
Ariel even knows.
She's pregnant again, by the way.
Congratulations, by
yeah.
the way. Yes.
Thank you. So we Disney Paris, we canceled that because of that, because they were building stuff. And again, do we really want to go somewhere where we're like minimal stress? Like, we know Disney. Let's go to Disney for 2 weeks, and then it'll be the same price as like flying to Paris, going there for a few days. Let's just enjoy our time. We stayed at Caribbean Beach Resort. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So, so Fantasmic, I feel its due has been given. Phenomenal. My favorite
Absolutely.
thing in all of Disney.
Yeah, got to get back there.
Yeah.
Definitely a must-see nighttime spectacular. But every time I seem to go, there's always a reason I can't see it. And it also doesn't help that Hollywood Studios is a half-day park. But I guess you can always leave and come back.
So not true anymore.
Debatable.
Ridiculously not true. Yeah, we tried debating it, and you lost with flying colors. No. But can't wait till you go back so you can spend a half day in Hollywood Studios.
I'll be done everything by 1, guaranteed.
100%.
Honestly, I'll put anything on the line. What do you want? What do you want of mine? You can't have my picture though. I will not budge on that.
I want.
And you're hearing it first on the podcast.
So you have an NES Classic
Ooh.
that you put all your games on.
Oh boy.
I had that too, and I ended up giving it away
Oh boy.
to my sister. And I have another one. I could do it again,
Yeah.
but I really don't want to do it
It is
again.
a lot of work.
I want that from you, and I'll give you the other one so you could do it again. So it's not that big of it's just a big inconvenience for you.
I'll make that deal.
Yeah?
I'll make that deal.
It just happened.
It just happened.
In a court of law?
It is filmed evidence, technically.
Yeah.
I will do everything in Hollywood Studios be done by 1 p.m. the latest.
I can't wait to get your NES Classic. That's so sweet. That's an easy win for me. That's good stuff. That's like when that's like when I bet Joe the football spot for Endgame. He's like, it'll be 2 minutes. I'm like, it'll be 30 seconds. It was 30 seconds.
Joe was out of his mind.
Got a
to
free
make that
Halloween
bet.
ticket. Yeah.
Joe was out of his mind to make that bet. Here's the thing, John. The proof is in the pudding. I do it every time.
Well, where's the pudding?
Well, that's the question, I
Yeah.
suppose. Wait. What's in it for me? What's in it for me if I do it?
Nothing.
Oh, I don't love that. I don't love that.
Well,
Well, what
we
do I want?
shook on it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, well, what do you want?
No.
Oh.
Okay, fine. What do you want?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So,
Even if you seamlessly did everything one after the other without any wait or walking, you wouldn't be done by one. What do you want?
I want you to make Team Andrew from Mouse Cheers shirts.
Okay.
And then I want one for me, I want one for you, and I want you to wear it.
Team Andrew.
Team Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah. First on the podcast. Are we missing any nighttime spectaculars?
Yeah, we never went back to Illumination, really.
Let's go back to Illumination because that's one thing. Okay, so I saw Illuminations a few times,
and obviously we're gonna save the big one is Magic Kingdom. We haven't talked about any of that yet. So.
Of course.
Yeah. So Illumination.
So I've seen that a few times.
Okay.
Big time fan. If I'm correct, at the time Illuminations was still happening, and I think maybe the Magic Kingdom show was Happily Ever After. Still, it was Paul's favorite. Don't quote me on that, but I think I remember, or at least it was up there for him.
Illumination.
Yeah. I remember him telling me he like that was like he loves Illuminations. And again, if I'm wrong, sorry, but I'm like 90% sure he told me that.
All right, we'll get him back on here.
Yeah. And I hear you. You know what a show that is. And the Globe was really something. Was a sight to see.
And it was an event when it came in too.
It was an event.
Yeah.
It was when it comes down to it. Was it my favorite? No. I wouldn't even say it was. It's not my top 3 favorite either.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5? Yeah, sure.
I would have loved it if you like top 5.
Nah.
No, not even.
No.
You just
Top 5 maybe, though.
yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
I really did love it. And I agree. Probably like top 5 area. But the cool thing is when all the it's just such a cool idea. The globe comes out, and even though it's not always the most visible thing, huge LEDs on that, but not always visible. But that's not the point. You know, you see snippets of things like a horse running by or something, like snippets. But then all like the torches around the World Showcase light up, and like the buildings all light up, and there's like a camaraderie feeling. Like, what a good idea!
What a good idea.
All the countries are one. You know, like
Yeah.
we're all together. We're all in this world.
Mm-hmm.
I really love that.
Yeah.
And the cannons, the cannon fireworks. When we would go to the margarita bar in Mexico, then there was the restaurant. I think it was the San Angel, but not the
La
the one in
Cantina?
No,
Are you in Mexico still?
Mexico. So there's the San Angel, and then there's like another San Angel thing, like the San Angel in the pyramid, but then there's the one next to the margarita bar. Right on the other side of that was the best place to watch Illuminations, because you're to bring somebody. Oh no, I promise, because you have a clear view of the globe. You're directly in front of a cannon, and you don't know it. So if you bring somebody for the first time, and you're just watching it, you have a perfect view of the globe. You have a nice view of the fireworks, and then boom, and you're like ah.
Oh, that's funny.
So you can like scare the people that you bring. So
Oh, that's funny. I don't think I've ever seen it there.
I'd love for Illuminations to come back.
Hmm.
I thought it was really good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, do I have anything left to say about Illuminations before we?
I could keep talking, but I'd probably just be running on. So I just wanted to give it its due.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was.
I mean,
I thought it was a perfectly like for a show in the middle of it was in a lagoon.
Right.
In a World Showcase lagoon. That's where the show was, and there were fireworks there. Such a well done show. Like I think a really well done show. I miss it.
You know, there's no debate that.
Yeah. The more I talk about it, the more I miss it.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's no debate that it sure was a loss to be had for everyone who has seen it, and for anyone who hasn't seen it, the only thing I can say is ignorance is bliss, because you truly don't know what you were missing.
Yeah.
But as far as all of that goes, as far as everything we talked about, though, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Oh, it's king. Because
It's
you got the
king.
castle.
It's king.
Yeah.
I think you said it best, too, when you said, I'd rather be in Magic Kingdom I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but on a lazy day than have an active day back at home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Worst day, a rainy day in Disney is better than a sunny day at home. Or something.
Right.
But I agree. I agree because I said it. But the logo of Disney is the castle. So to see those fireworks in real life is something special because you're seeing the Disney company.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing that. I think it's really special. I think that Wishes was a nice, sentimental, real, heartfelt show that wasn't all about glam. It had its glam, but it wasn't all about that. It was really about the magic. That's what I miss so much, because you had Jiminy Cricket narrating it. You had Tinkerbell flying, which you still do.
That is awesome.
Yeah. But then the villains take over the castle, and then this and that, and then, the power of wishes, saves the day, and the castle's good, and good triumphs over evil, and then Wish Upon a Star plays. Really special. And then they started to incorporate projection on the castle.
Mm-hmm.
In a much heavier degree, with I think even laser lights for Happily Ever After, and they had the song, which has grown on me over the years.
Mm-hmm.
When it first came out, I was so salty about Wishes being gone that I'm like, this isn't as good. This is all just a a big showy show.
Hogwash and whatnot.
I do like Happily Ever After now.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll even say as far as what's the good word? Showmanship maybe goes. It's a better show.
yeah, it's a more spectacular show.
Yeah. But I'll give that up for the feels.
Yeah, for sure. I miss Wishes for sure. Plus, it's the Disney logo. That's the music that plays at the opening of the movies. When you wish upon a star, you get that music. Happily Ever After came. Catchy song, good song, not as heartfelt in my opinion. So people will disagree. People love Happily Ever After. And when Enchantment came, I actually like Enchantment more than Happily Ever After. But I think Happily Ever After is coming back. Did you know that?
I think I might have.
So Happily Ever After is coming back. So Enchantment was clearly, again, much like Harmonious, they either realized, okay, people ain't liking this, or they always had the plan that it was just for the 50th.
Right.
Part of me is thinking they had a plan that was just for the 50th the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so, because otherwise, without the barges.
Those barges, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Enchantment has, in my opinion, a better song, and I think it has a good mix of the spectacle and the feels, and I got some of that feel back from Wishes. So I liked it, and I'm a little sad it's going, but Happily Ever After, it has grown on me. So I guess that's what I can say about it.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that.
What are your...
So,
have you seen Happily Ever After?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I said, as far as showmanship goes, definitely better than Wishes.
Mm-hmm.
And it has grown on me as well.
Yeah.
In the sense that I'm watching it blown away. Honestly blown away. Because, I mean, despite maybe some unpopular opinions of mine, can Disney really do wrong in that sense? Like, you might prefer one over the other, but you're still getting a great show regardless.
Right.
And let me put it like this.
Mm-hmm.
If it's your first time going to Disney, it doesn't matter what you're going to see. You're going to be blown away.
Right. And that's the thing, because I think it was our brother Josh saw Happily Ever After.
Mm-hmm.
He came after Wishes. And he's like, "Oh, I don't know, what Wishes was, but like this was amazing,
Yeah.
And actually, I think Joe's brother Josh saw Happily Ever After first and was blown away by it.
Yep. And
Loved it.
down the line, if it's, what's the new one called?
Enchantment.
If Enchantment is the first thing you see years down the line,
You're gonna have
you're
memories
gonna be
of
like
that, nostalgic for that.
Gonna be like it's nothing like Enchantment was. So not lost on me at all.
Yeah.
However, I'm a Wishes guy.
Me too. And we'll still play that stuff in the car.
Oh boy, do we play that stuff in the car! Just like Splash Mountain.
Ooh, that hurts. It is gone. It is gone now.
Did you see people are selling the water from Splash Mountain?
Yeah, so
They're
stupid.
collecting a
So
jar or
stupid.
bag.
I can do that.
Ugh.
I'm gonna go to the nearest reservoir and just like put in a sandwich bag and like write Splash Mountain. So stupid.
So stupid. Put a little bromine in that.
Yeah.
There we go. Honestly, though, loved Happily Ever After. Haven't seen Enchantment or Enchanted or whatever.
I don't know if
it's
you're
called.
going to, because I think it's on its way out. So.
I'm not gonna
Catch it
beat
on
myself
YouTube
up
or
that.
something if you want.
Nah.
Okay.
But ultimately, like I said, for anyone who hasn't been to Disney, regardless of what you see, you can't go wrong.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And just a quick cheers to the 4th of July, the New Year's because those things get wild. I haven't been there on the 4th of July or New Year's, but those fireworks get wild. Like, wow.
I believe it.
Yeah.
They're wild to begin with on a regular Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah. So 4th of July, forget it.
Yeah.
Like crazy stuff. And then the countdown. I mean, I would do the countdown in Disney any day before going to Times Square.
Oh, you wouldn't
Come on.
you wouldn't catch me in Times Square.
Catch me
I'd
in
rather
Times
be
Square.
in bed at 11 than be
Yeah.
in Times Square.
Agreed. I'd rather be in bed at 10.
Oh boy, 9:30. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
seriously.
Yeah, no, that is not on my bucket list. Let me tell you.
It is not.
Do you have a bucket list?
No.
Neither do I. I don't know if that's if it's a common thing for people to have, or maybe as you get older, you
Like, is it a bucket list is something that you physically write, or is it like, or like just in your head,
you
some
don't have
things
to.
you want to do?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be physically written down. The point of it is to do it before you die.
I mean, I guess I want to go to Disneyland in California. I guess that's a bucket list. But that means like anything you want to do is now bucket list, right? Or,
Well, then that's just it. Like, I don't think I have a bucket list because if I died tomorrow, I'm happy with my life.
I mean,
not
I'm
gonna-
happy, but like, aren't you? Let's see, like a movie or something, or a game, like you like the Batman Arkham games. Is there a new one coming soon, or is there something you want to live to see? Like the next Legend of Zelda game's coming in May or June. June, I don't know. It's coming this year. I mean, I'd like to play it.
I would like to see what they do with the second Batman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Batman movie.
The Batman movie, because let me tell you, big fan of the first one. Fan of the first one. Love what they did,
Mhm.
and I just want to confirm that they're gonna keep it going well, both with the story, and having the sequel be at least on par with the first one, and also I'd like to see more obscure Batman villains done correctly.
So, but at what point? That's not bucket list, though, is it?
Because ultimately,
They'll always make Batman
There,
movies.
there'll always be
There'll always be those things. So I guess I'd like to travel to Disneyland. I would like to, but see if I like I want to go to Yellowstone. I want to see the Grand Canyon. Ariel saw the Grand Canyon. But if I died before doing that, like on my deathbed, I don't think that I would be very upset that I didn't do that.
Right.
So I guess I don't have a bucket list really, and I really do have like I have I'm close with my family, and that's wonderful, and then I have my own family now with one baby and another on the way. It's like that's fulfilling in itself, like
Right.
no real bucket list. Like I don't need to travel.
Right. Yep. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
And anything that, because like I hear you with the like Yellowstone or the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the Grand Canyon for a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
You look at it. 20 minutes later. All right.
Yeah.
Drove a long way for this.
Yeah.
Now I gotta drive back.
Dude, in New Hampshire, there's like the Man of the Mountain. Like, you've heard of that? Oh, there's like a man's face on the mountain. So here's the catch. It's not there anymore, but you can still go see where it was. But we didn't know that till after. So we're like staring at it like, I think I see a face. And then we like read about it after, like, it's not there anymore. I'm like, oh well, I feel stupid. The Man of the Mountain, or the Old Man of the Mountain, or something like that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So funny stuff.
Hmm.
So
Is there anything we're missing with nighttime spectaculars, though?
probably,
You
but
know,
it's all good.
if we are missing something, we'll give it its due in another video, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but I'm satisfied with what we've done because I really wanted to talk about all that. There's the Merry Christmas parade and all that stuff, but let's save that for a Merry Christmas episode. Perhaps this coming year during Christmas time.
You know, you love to hear it. Absolutely. I'm all down for it.
Yeah.
With all the nighttime spectaculars, both the ones that we love and miss,
Mm-hmm.
and the new ones that either we're excited for
Yeah.
or hope live up to expectations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'll say to that?
What's that?
I'll cheers to that.
He'll cheers to that.
I'm out.
I am not.
Cheers.